So you're cruising around YouTube because you have a sink in your bathroom that either doesn't drain or drains really, really slow. Good job for you for looking it up yourself to try to fix it. A clogged sink is going to happen. It's inevitable. Every 6 months to maybe once a year, you'll find that your sink is getting clogged up. Now, depending on how hairy your wife is, or if your daughter's a Wookiee, this may happen more often. I'm going to walk you through a simple process that you should try before you call a plumber. Now, there's other videos on YouTube that give you instruction to jam a hanger down in there or pour corrosive stuff in there. Please don't do that. What I'm going to show you requires just a bowl and no tools. Knowing how to unclog your own sink is going to save you a lot of money. Now, if walking through the process I'm about to show you doesn't unclog your sink, then you know you've tried everything you can and it's time to call a plumber. Alright, so now we're underneath the sink, and like I said, here's the tool you're going to need. So the tools you're going to need are these guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and remove these pipes here. Again, you don't need any tools, simply grab it and give it a twist. You simply just turn this thing here and it loosens it up. We'll do the same thing down here. We simply just give it a turn and loosen it up as well. Now, the reason we have the bowl is because water is probably going to start leaking out of this pipe. Now, once you loosen that up, we can actually loosen this one here if it doesn't come loose. Just give it a twist. Now, if you happen to have metal pipes, chances are you're going to need some tools. I would recommend using a pipe wrench. Now, if we pull this pipe off, you get to see what I'm talking about there. There's all the delicious stuff that's getting stuck in your sink there, and it's pretty disgusting. Now, this mechanism here is a mechanism that makes your sink stop or open up. I'm actually going to loosen this mechanism up here, and I'm going to pull it out. And what that's going to do is it's going to let loose the post that's holding all of this deliciousness in here. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and just pull it out. And once you've done that, you can just pull this gunk right out of the sink. Look at that. Disgusting. Now that that's been cleared out, you can also go ahead and clear out the pipe with the P-trap on it as well. Now, if you ever lose a ring or earrings down the drain and they get stuck, it's going to be down here in the P-trap. You simply pop this guy off and fish it out. Take a look in there. There's a lot of buildup. Now, that's okay. I can take some time to clean it. If I'm in a rush, I can pop it back on. I'll be good as new. But I'm going to go ahead and clear this other gunk out while I got it off. Alright, so now that I've cleared everything out and we're ready to reassemble, I'm going to start with this guy back here. I'm going to insert it into the back of the pipe. It's going to slide right in. Make sure that it catches. Make sure that it fits into the opening of the stopper that's on top of the sink. Once you got that on, just go ahead and twist it on. We're just going to hand tighten. Okay, once that's back on, we're going to put this next guy back in there. Just going to slide right up on there. And we're going to lock this in place. Just simply give it a twist and thread it back on. Now, we're not going to tighten that all the way up. We're going to leave it a little loose to give us some wiggle still. Now you're ready to reattach the P-trap. It's going to go back on the same way it came off. You're going to slide this guy on here and just give it a couple of turns. We're not going to go all the way tight yet. Now, the reason we're not fully tightening is so that we can get this joint together here. We're going to slide it in place and then give it a couple of turns. Now, once you got that seated, you can go ahead and tighten it up. And we're just going to hand tighten. No need to go any tighter. Now, your plumber, or if you got a brother-in-law that's a plumber, is going to tell you that you need nylon tape. If you got a brother that's a plumber, he should have fixed it himself. You do not need nylon tape for these pipes here. These are drain pipes. They're not under a lot of pressure. Now, if these are pipes that are supplying water, you definitely want nylon. But in this situation, we're just going to hand tighten. Here's a view of all the crap I pulled out of that sink. Alright, now that it's all been put back together, it's time to test out your new sink. And it drains just fine.